Hey, what is going on, guys? It's your boy Az. We are back here. Happy Monday. Let's quickly go over a couple things here before the reset. We've got another big week ahead of us. So for today, obviously, if you guys might have missed it yesterday, we had the Protect the Block event. So make sure you guys are blitzing and using all your characters, getting the freebies. There's some pretty good orbs there for the G20s and G21s. And of course, as well, if you win the lottery, you may be able to potentially get some free power cores in the process as well. There's also going to be the change over on the battle pass today, as well as the breaker scorpion is coming back. So make sure you guys are getting ready for that. I'll have some footage out later on as well here, just regarding the different types or different strategies you can go for the unlock. But at this time, no need to fret, no need to worry about getting him unlocked here. It doesn't look like he is needed right now for any content, and it is very easy to get a 5 yellow on him without stressing out too much. There's also this Marvel Anniversary special event that's also going to be going live as well. So looking forward to some more freebies. And of course, near the end of the week, we will be getting both the return of the Blade Tower and the return of our fractured pocket dimension. This is a dimension that we've had previously, but it looks like they're shifting things a little bit, and you will be requiring your Amazing Avengers here. So we'll quickly, I think that's actually the first blurb here. So use your 5 Amazing Avengers, and I like how they did break up the missions into different gear tiers. So even if you're not, even if you're slowly working on them, you can still participate during the course of the event. It will be interesting to see how long the event is. So it looks like there's a couple missions, and for most people, they should be able to at least get access to the level 75 tier 14 one. And then we'll have to see how the mission 7s and 8s are, because those are kind of at the top echelon. This Marvel Anniversary, you can go into your in-game here, and you can toggle for the Golden Age, and you'll see that there is some pretty older characters that you can use for this event. But it looks like we should be able to get some purple, some gold, some ability materials, some character shards, some pretty good stuff here. Other than that, yeah, we already talked about this. Like I said, the Scorpion Breaker is coming back. So for sure, you want to make sure you can take advantage of it. Last time we had the Breaker Surfer, and he has been just pivotal in a lot of content. So I imagine once they have access more to shards on him, I imagine they're going to start throwing him into game and into content and requiring him as well. So it's good to get a handle on it now before that actually does go live. And again, Blade Tower is coming back. We'll quickly go in game here as well and just talk about a couple teams that you can utilize that I found that were really beneficial for this Blade Tower. But hopefully you guys are able to get some more shards, and hopefully they are generous like they were with the Quicksilver Symbiote Tower as well, awarding pretty much 95% of the shards pretty much in the first week, and also within the first set of floors, which is actually really nice for the free-to-play and for people that don't have that built up of a roster, right? All right, so back in game here, and like I said, you can go into the Golden Age, and you can see which characters we're going to basically need for this upcoming event. It's also interesting, like I said, some pretty old choices, but so long as we're like using them to blitz and whatever else, shouldn't be too crazy. Just some old school 90s, or I guess they said 30s, right? 1930s or something, right? This is a very probably when some of these characters debuted, right? So Black Widow and Cap, pretty interesting choices, and makes me also wonder what's going on here. Maybe perhaps some of these potentially could be on a new team, maybe, hopefully. They did say Cap was eventually going to get a rework, so looking forward to that when it does happen. Also, like I said, if you go into Tower Challengers, we've already talked about this previously as well here, but just giving you guys a heads up here with regarding the Blade Tower that's coming. And there's definitely for sure some solid choices here. Obviously keeping in sense with the game's meta. Bringing up the Symbiote 6 will help you guys out in terms of the tower. They are able to pretty much claw through their way through most of the floors if you're able to build the Symbiote 6 up. Other ones include Surfer Breaker and the Fantastic 3. They're also quite good. They are probably the most flexible in terms of versatility. You can slap a 3-piece Fantastic 3 pretty much with any other characters, and they can handle most of the floors. They won't be able to handle every single floor, but it's a pretty good majority of it. Symbiote 6, same thing. You can slap them and kind of use mix and match some of the pieces together. Storm Mighty is also quite good because she has that flexibility. She has that speed as well. Professor X, but some people might not have Professor X, so we won't really talk about him. Other mentions as well here. Quasar and Blastar are also quite good together just because they have some pretty high speeds. Quasar is a 129, I believe. So that makes him one of the faster characters that we have access to. And same with Blastar. Blastar's like 127, right? Yeah, 127. Cool. And now we've actually got his awakened abilities as well here for the Scorpion Breaker. So that's going to be also nice as well here when you need to use them there. Jeff is also quite good because his special can cleanse Safeguard. There's not a lot of characters that can cleanse Safeguard. And he also squeezes everybody together. So this is actually really nice if you're trying to do like a mass stun. So he can work really, really well, like for example, with characters that can spread stun, or you need to get like a whole bunch of characters all smashed together. For example, like Quasar, when he uses his defense down on a special, he can pretty much clobber all of them together because they're all bunched up. Yeah, other than that, anybody that has the speed manipulation side will always help. Emma Frost can block the speed. So this will help out against like characters like Orcus, and they have like, they increase their actual speed. And same with if you've got Oath. Oath is really good as well. She's a bit outdated now, but obviously she was part of the previous meta on the Night Stalker team. But she gives that extra speed, fill speed bar by, was it 5% or something? Or was it? Fill speed bar by 5% for self and all allies. So she makes them just a tad one step quicker. So then this can help kind of put your characters ahead of the other ones. And obviously for this tower challenge, speed is kind of king. Emma Frost as well is good here because she gives a minus 10% speed to all enemies, and they can't really stop that unless they have Apocalypse. Apocalypse is good as well. And then I'd say Sentry is another good one. We just had his event just because of the fact that he's so good when he dies, right? He goes into his void form, right? And he just goes onto the other side, and he just does a bit of dishing damage out. And what is it? I think it's a pretty good percentage of damage as well here. Oh, I guess maybe I need to T4 this, eh? What is it? This character can't be revived on tactical enemies at the end of this turn. Reduce a speed bar. Oh, I think it's only Crucible, though. If this character has not even... this character's death. Reduce the speed bar of all allies by 25%. Oh. Okay, I did not know that. Is that in Crucible only? I didn't know that. At the end of the turn, this character does not have any allies. Does not have any void. This character dies. On this character's death, reduce the speed bar of all allies by 25%. On ally death, fill this speed... Okay, yeah. So there's a couple mechanics there I didn't know about. But anyways, he does damage on the side. It's kind of nice. He helps. I think he steals... Yeah, he steals a percentage of their health and redistributes it to himself. So that's kind of nice. And yeah, like I said, he makes it so that it's pretty amazing to have him on the other side here. And you're going to see that he comes in quite clutch. Other characters, I mean, I didn't really build him up, but you can bring Darkstar. Darkstar is really good too. I might bring her up just because now they're actually giving out her diamonds on her event. So that might be as well a good time to bring her up. But yeah, I didn't find Shadow Conclave to be game breaking. So Shadow Conclave for sure wasn't a deal breaker for me. But I did find that Surfer Breaker, and now we got some shards on him from the event, and also Ebony Maw and Minerva were quite massive, right? Especially because they have the ability to rewind. What is it? He applied slow and trauma, so it makes the whole team faster, and he also filled the speed bar for himself and allies by 5% for each Black Order / Omen ally. So obviously, the more Omen members he's got, he's going to get a little bit more speed bar. And yeah, Minerva was just massive. You don't even need to have the whole team. If you're trying to prioritize only some of the members of the Omen, I would definitely highly recommend Minerva or Ebony Maw, just because, like I said, they come in a lot of utility. Hers particularly, she steals health from all enemies, and she also revives, and she applies 2 deflect to self and all Omen allies. So this is really handy for a lot of those tricky nodes where you just need that extra little insurance, right? And she does damage and also bulking and reinforcing the team as well here. The revive is also kind of nice. Revive allied with 50% max health and applied to death proof and deflection. So really, really good. And also she spawns, I think, with the revive once if you have it all T4'd. But yeah, really great characters. That's pretty much what I got here in the morning here, quick and fast. Like I said, we do have Scorpion Breaker coming. I'll try to get some gameplay out for you guys as well here regarding that. And on top of that as well, it's going to be a busy week. So happy Monday. Hope you guys have a lovely start to your week. I'll see you guys in the next one.